5 rich and famous people who were once homeless. It looks like some people have it all in life: power, fame, influence and money, while most of us everyday people often look up to them and dream about becoming just like them. What would you say though if we told you that some of the most famous celebrities and successful people out there struggled way more than your average Joe and had to deal with poverty and homelessness the same way everyday people do? On this list you will read about 5 rich and famous people that give new meaning to the saying everything comes with a price, and who use their struggles in life as their main inspiration to achieve their greatest goals. Number 1. Colonel Sanders, Mr. Kentucky Fried Chicken is without a doubt one of the most recognizable and rich food businessmen in history, but before that he used to be filthy poor and homeless. His father died when he was only 5 and his mother quickly remarried. When he was 10, the Colonel decided to leave his house because he could not take his stepfather's constant beatings and abuse. He remained homeless for a really long time and did many jobs in his life until he came up with his own secret recipe and became the father of KFC. He did not even have his own house until he was 40 years old. Number 2. John Paul DeJoria. John Paul DeJoria, co-founder of the Paul Mitchell line of hair products and the Patch and Spirits Company, is now a famous billionaire and philanthropist who can enjoy every pleasure and luxury life has to offer, speaking in financial terms of course. However, life during the better part of his childhood was not that great. His parents divorced when he was only 2 and DeJoria began to work selling newspapers on the street at the age of 9. As a teen he joined a street gang, and as a result of this he spent many nights and days on the streets of LA, which were his only home for a short period. He would find the right path in life only after his high school math teacher would tell him that with the way he acted and lived he would never succeed at anything, an insult for which John Paul DeJoria will probably be grateful for the rest of his days. Number 3. David Letterman. According to Forbes, David Letterman is one of the richest and most influential television hosts and comedians in America and makes an estimated $50 million each year from his late-night television talk show alone. If however you think that Letterman always had it this good, you are sorely mistaken. He had it pretty hard, and almost 40 years ago when the media guru was landing in Los Angeles, he used his 1973 Chevy pickup as his home. We do not even want to imagine what he had to go through for several months before he finally got his break and started writing jokes for Jimmy Walker, which was the stepping stone to the incredible career that followed. Number 4. Phil McGraw. With a nearly $300 million net worth and an annual salary exceeding $70 million, Dr. Phil might be the richest psychologist in modern history, while his crib in Beverly Hills looks more like a palace than an ordinary home. If one takes a look at McGraw's past during the early 60s, they will discover that Phil did not always have it so easy. Coming from a very poor traditional American family from Oklahoma, Phil McGraw was introduced to poverty and homelessness at a young age and spent a big part of his childhood living with his father in their car or staying at YMCA's when circumstances allowed it. Number 5. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is nowadays one of the greatest comedic actors of our generation and one of the richest, with a net worth of about $150 million, but from what we have learned about his early years, life was not always that funny or generous to him. The youngest child in his family, when he was only 15, his father lost his job and everything in the Carrey family's life quickly spiraled out of control and they lost their apartment. The family then moved into their van, where they spent a significant amount of time until they rented a new place, and Jim left school to work as a janitor to support his family. I hope you enjoyed watching the video about top 5 rich and famous people who were once homeless. Subscribe to our channel and learn more about new things. Thanks for watching video. Subscribe, comments, likes and share. Thank you.